After studying this module, you shall be able to know and understand the definition and history of phenomenological research method, identify the purpose and characteristics of phenomenological method, learn about the types of phenomenology and steps involved in phenomenology study, learn about strength and weakness of phenomenological research method. Phenomenology can be described as a science that explains specific phenomena or the form of things as lived experiences. Phenomenology is defined as the study of experience from the viewpoint of the individual. Epistemologically, phenomenological approaches emphasize the importance of personal viewpoint and interpretation and are based in a paradigm of personal knowledge. The task of the phenomenologist is to understand the psychological and social phenomena from the perspectives of the individual involved. By Wellman and Kruger in 1999. In phenomenological method, a researcher focuses on the true experience of the informant or subjects as well as the issue that is being researched. By Green in 1997, Holloway in 1997, Kruger 1988, Weil in 1996, Maypole and Davis in 2001, Robinson and Reed in 1998. Researcher believes that one can learn the method of phenomenology by making it one's own. The elasticity of the approach allows its innovative adaptation to diverse topics, research problems and styles of researchers. Research participants, researchers, other witnessed by research participants from memory and letters, from media and from literature and art of all types, and from virtually every available manifestation or expression of concrete lived experiences are the examples of phenomena under investigation. In describing and organizing data, the procedure used can range from the easy and free-willing to the extremely orderly and precise. Whether through writing or interview, descriptions are given verbally. The analysis of material, instances of the research phenomena has ranged from the unstructured and even playful to being quite stepwise and deliberate. Thus, phenomenology is a way in which we, without making previous assumptions about the objective reality of those experiences, we focus on describing the lived experiences. Phenomenology focuses on the exploring the true meaning of the phenomena that is experienced by the person. Phenomenology is an inductive, descriptive research method which examine and explain all phenomena, including human experiences, in the way they appear to them. Phenomenological research always uses samples that are less than 10. The data collection methods such as interviews, diary writing and observation that are most often used while carrying out the phenomenological method. By Jasper in 1994. History. The phenomenological approach to qualitative research can be traced back to the 20th century in the work of Edmund Husserl. Husserl is considered as the fountainhead of phenomenology in the 20th century. For use in philosophy and the human sciences, including psychology, Husserl in 1913 to 1962 created and used the research method which he called phenomenology. As employed in psychology, this method is an expressive and qualitative study of experience that attempts to conceptualize the process and structure of mental life, including the meaningful world that is lived through experience. Husserl believed that the information about the objects are reliable, and he redundant the faith that things in the external world exist independently. He argues that people can be definite about how things present themselves to the consciousness. We have to ignore anything that is outside immediate experience, and in this way, the external world is reduced to the contents of personal consciousness. If we want to reach certainty, realities are thus treated as pure phenomena. Husserl named the science of pure phenomena as phenomenology. The basic of phenomenology was given by Franz Brentano. The existential phenomenology concept was given by Heidegger, which was carried forward by Jean-Paul Sartre and Maurice Merleau-Ponty. The works of Start and Merleau-Ponty extensively expanded the influence of Husserl and Heidegger. After the Second World War, this method flourished during the 20th century. However, by 1970, phenomenology is not established as an alternative to ontological natural scientific approach in psychological research. By Stones in 1988. Characteristics of phenomenological method. In phenomenology, we can obtain the direct description of the phenomena as experienced by the individual. Thus, it helps in understanding how people construct meaning. Phenomenological method tells us about the experience that one has experienced and meaning that this people attach to them. In-depth conversation are mostly the focus of the phenomenological method. The researcher and the informants in phenomenology are often considered as co-participants. Phenomenology, rather than being concerned with social processes, cultures or traditions, is person-centered. Purpose of phenomenological method: to explain the constitution of the lived experience in the search for the meaning that recognizes the importance of the phenomena and its precise description through the everyday lived experience are the purpose of phenomenological method. We employ qualitative phenomenology for the purposes of: it explains the nature of the human being, it provides increased understanding of the certain phenomena, it focuses on the structure of reality. The tie between concept and theories used to explain those experiences and the experiences can be strengthened using phenomenological method. Types of phenomenology. There are 6 forms of phenomenology, namely descriptive phenomenology, phenomenology of essence, constitutive phenomenology, reductive phenomenology, phenomenology of appearances and hermeneutical. Descriptive phenomenology: the description of any particular phenomena that are free from the unexamined presumptions is described as descriptive phenomenology. While focusing on the wealth, extent and depth of these experiences, descriptive phenomenology arouses people's awareness of lived experience. There are 3 steps of descriptive phenomenology: intuiting, analyzing and describing, by Brink and Wood in 1998. Phenomenology of essence: the including questioning about the data to search for common themes or essences are setting up patterns of relationship shared by particular phenomena. A sense of what is crucial and is unintended in the phenomenological description is provided by probing the essence. The steps of intuiting, analyzing and describing are followed by the researcher. Constitutive phenomenology. Another type of phenomenology is constitutive phenomenology. Phenomena that get constituted in people's consciousness are studied using this phenomenology. The way in which a phenomena gets into the people's consciousness and advances from the initial phases to complete picture of their structure is called constitutive phenomenology. By Stubert and Carpenter, 1999. In the current study, we focus on the researcher's growth. Reductive phenomenology. Throughout a phenomenological investigation, reductive phenomenology occurs concurrently. Researcher repeatedly deals with the individual biases, assumptions and presumptions and brackets or sets aside these beliefs in order to obtain the description of the phenomena under investigation. The phenomena of our day-to-day experiences is removed from the context of natural living while preserving the content as purely as possible. For the maintenance of objectivity in the phenomena, this step is crucial. By Stubert and Carpenter in 1999. Phenomenology of appearances. Paying attention to the ways that phenomena appears is the focus of the phenomenology of appearances. In order to determine the distinct from the obscure surrounding as it unfolds through lodging with the data, the researcher focuses on the phenomena under the study for ways it appears in different perspectives or modes of clarity. By Stubert and Carpenter in 1999. Hermeneutical phenomenology. Interpretive. The hermeneutical phenomenology involves the interpretation of the hidden meanings in the phenomena that are not immediately disclosed to the direct investigation, analysis and description. It tries to study human consciousness by focusing on the world that the study subjects subjective experiences by Maggs and Rapport in 2000. This could point out immediate probing during the interviews. Steps involved in phenomenological study. A phenomenological study often involves the 4 steps of bracketing, intuiting, analyzing and describing. The process of classifying and holding in absence any preconceived beliefs and opinions that one may have about the phenomena that is being researched is called bracketing. In an effort to deal with the data in as pure a form as possible, this is the essential component of phenomenological reduction, the segregation of the pure phenomena versus what is already known of the phenomena. When the researcher remains too open to the meaning attributed to the phenomena by those who have experienced it, intuiting occurs. A common understanding about the phenomena that is being studied is the result of the process. Intuiting requires that the researcher creatively varies the data until such an understanding emerges. The researcher becomes totally engrossed in the study and the phenomena in the process of intuiting. The processes as coding, categorizing and making sense of the necessary meaning of the phenomena are involved in analyzing process. Common themes or essence begin to emerge when the researcher works with the rich descriptive data. This stage of analysis involves total engagement for as long as it is needed in order to ensure both a pure and thorough description of the phenomena. Data analysis needs the researchers to become engrossed in the data. In order to preserve the exclusive life experiences of each participant while permitting an understanding of the phenomena under investigation, data analysis is done. It involves careful listening of the participant's description and is followed by reading and rereading the responses. As the researcher became engrossed in the data, they identify and extract significant statements. It is important to identify how statements or central themes emerge and connect to one another if the final description is to be complete and in-depth. The researcher understands and defines the phenomena at the descriptive stage. The main focus of this final step is to communicate and to offer distinct critical description in written and verbal form. Evaluation of phenomenological research method. The phenomenological method has certain advantages as well as certain limitations. The advantages are as follows. It reveals the hidden meaning in the phenomena. It helps in researching about the human experiences. It provides in-depth understanding of individual phenomena. Rich data is obtained from the experiences of individuals. The disadvantages of using phenomenology for research are as follows. The reliability and validity of information are difficult to be established because of the subjective nature of the data. It is difficult to prevent researcher-induced bias. There can be difficulty in ensuring pure bracketing that can lead to interference in the interpretation of the data. Data collected during phenomenological research cannot be generalized. Summary. Phenomenology is defined as the study of experience from the viewpoint of the individual. The phenomenological approach to qualitative research can be traced back to the 20th century in the work of Edmund Husserl. Phenomenology focuses on the description of consciously experienced phenomena without theories about their objective reality and causal explanation. To explain the importance of the lived experience in the search for the meaning that identifies the importance of the phenomena and its accurate description through the everyday lived experience is the purpose of phenomenology. There are 6 forms of phenomenology: descriptive, phenomenology of a sense, constitutive, reductive, phenomenology of appearance, and hermeneutical phenomenology. There are 4 steps involved in phenomenological study: bracketing, intuition, analyzing, and descriptive. Just like other methods, phenomenology also has various advantages as well as disadvantages.